إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وسلم. I seek refuge with Allah against the rejected enemy, Satan. I bear witness that none deserves to be worshipped except for one supreme being alone, Allah the Almighty. He's referred to by many wonderful names: God, Elohim, Yahweh, some say Jesus. In our tradition, we say Allah. اللهم رب هذه الدعوة التامة والصلاة القائمة آتي محمد أفضل الصلاة والسلام. O Allah, the guardian and founder of this most perfect call to prayer, grant to Muhammad the means and the methods and the exalted steps, O Allah, that you have promised him, and give him the glorious place. We say that for Muhammad the Prophet because he is the last of all of the prophets that Almighty God has sent to humanity. It began with the first man, Adam. There are many people, they don't consider Adam, first man, as a prophet. But Muhammad, the Prophet was asked, was he a prophet? And Muhammad said he was a prophet. Our topic for this particular occasion, this Salat, this Juma'ah, is the concept of justice in Al-Islam. And there's a strong effort, forthcoming effort to restore the rights of ex-offenders. And some Muslims have problems with it. But oftentimes, in the life of Muhammad the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, people were presented to him who made errors, did things wrong. He guided them, told them to seek how about was forgiveness from Allah and to give into charity. And those persons were accepted into the society of Muslims while Muhammad the Prophet was alive, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. In Al-Ansar says this: there is no peace without justice. And people stop there. But in Islam, it doesn't stop there. Islam says, yes, there's no peace without justice, but there's no justice without mercy. You see? And the human being, he has been given the Quran, and in the Quran it says, كتب على نفسه الرحمة رحمة كتب على نفسه رحمة. And that God, Jesus, Allah, Yahweh, whatever you want to say, in the Quran it says that God himself has prescribed mercy over himself. This is God. Okay? So we have to be within the influence of the Quran, and for us, the Sunnah of Muhammad, such that, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, such that we can be constructive members of the society. Allah, He says in the Quran, وَمَا تَشَاءُونَ إِلَّا أَن يَشَاءَ اللَّهُ إِنَّ اللَّهَ كَانَ عَلَيْكُمْ حَكِيمًا. Translated: nobody can do anything except as Allah permits, except as God permits. And Allah, He has control over the human mind, over the thinking, over the spirit of the human beings more than they have over themselves. This is God's saying to us, those who believe. And we have the example of how we are to see this, what we're talking about, this mercy, in terms of restoring the rights of the former convicts. I'm going to say this to many of you probably don't understand, but just listen to it anyway. Most of the people in prison are victims themselves. The majority of them. have done small crimes and have an inordinate sentence given to them, particularly people of color. And if Muhammad was alive, he would take position against that. There's no double standards in Islam. We have in the religion of Islam says that I am to speak the truth against my parents. I am to speak the truth against the rich. I am to speak the truth against the poor. This is in the Quran. And I am to speak the truth even against myself. If it's going to hurt society, this is the position that the human being has to take. Now, the prophet, Muhammad, Adam, Moses, Jesus, whoever you want to consider, we had Christians who visited with us and Jews who visited. So this is what I talk this with, so the Muslims don't be offended. The prophet is the one human being that God connects back with his message in nature. For some people, that's way over their head. This is what it's saying. Where did your algebra come from? Nature. Where did your engineering come from? Nature. All of your college degrees depend upon nature. Where medical science comes from? Nature. So when the human society deviates so far, then God will send a prophet and connect that prophet back with his message that God, put in nature, the same place that the scientist has to put his brain to get his mathematics out of it. I hope I'm making that clear to you. Because too many of us, we fail to teach or explain religion in this clear way. Let me say this to you. You have the Bible, you have the Torah of the Jewish people, and you have the Quran of the Muslims. Okay? But why do these scriptures come? These scriptures come when the rational mind has gone too much into confusion. Too much into confusion. Then all of a sudden, we see scripture coming. And I want to just say this, just to kind of help some of us. The prophet's message was beyond ethnic groups. The prophet's message is beyond racism. The prophet's message is beyond gender. The message of the prophet is beyond politics. If you have the prophet, Moses, Jesus, Muhammad, peace be on all of those men, their revelation was beyond all of these limitations that we have in society. And the prophet's message is to help us hear our thinking. Almighty God has made the physical body perfect. Your body, your beard, your mustache, your muscles, your leg, your stomach, your kidneys and all of those things. The physical body is perfect. But it is the human mind that has its imperfection, and it needs something to help it stay on track. Much like you have hunger in the physical body, you have to eat the correct food. You can't eat stale food, otherwise the physical body becomes sick, weak. Likewise it is for the human thinking. The best food for the human mind is scripture. The human being is a creature. His body grows because of steaks and potatoes, but his mind grows because of knowledge. And the best knowledge for the human mind is scripture that has not been tampered with. So you want to see a human being? You can't see a human being looking at me. You see me, you'll never see a human being. The human being is the abstract creation, the invisible entity that moves the hand. You don't see what moves the hand. That turns the head. You don't see what turns the head. So this is the purpose of scripture. You need a scripture for your mind that cannot be tampered with, that cannot be changed. Yes. And the Quran is the last scripture that came with the last prophet and messenger Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. on him. So now I want to sit down. The solid and scientific position in religion. I want you to listen to this. Listen. Because you are not the mustache, you are the mind. So if you're Muslim, you're Christian, you need to understand what Scripture is doing. The solid and scientific position in religion, no matter what it is that the human mind cannot attain rational fulfillment, even though you have an engineering degree, a math degree, a chemistry degree. No. The fulfillment of that human mind cannot be without the aid of divine revelation. You have to have divine revelation, whether you believe it or not. Although the rational development came before, it came before the prophets. There were engineers and doctors and lawyers before the prophets. But it was the prophetic vision that is the ultimate mind's doorway to fulfillment. So I want to sit down. I want to prove my point to some of you. We had doctors, we had lawyers, we had all of these in history. But you also had problems. So therefore, the scientists were there. God had to do what? He had to send Moses. He had to send Jesus. Moses, Jesus, all these prophets came after the sciences. So I'm giving you the proof that you need scientific knowledge for the completion of the human being. This is great insight given to us from Muhammad the Prophet. Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وسلم. I bear witness that none deserve to be worshipped except for one supreme being alone, God the Almighty, who is indivisible. And I'm speaking this to some people who have just a little misunderstanding, sincere people. The proof that God is one, that there's one God, He only made one of you. Inside of here, one person. Even if you have twins and triplets, you're born at the same time, which you're not. Yet no triplet is born at the same time. I have a young man here that triplets. Each triplet is born individual. If the mother is pregnant with 2 babies, 3 babies, 4 babies, 5 babies, they all only are connected by one umbilical cord. One umbilical cord. You see? Each one of them. And even if they're connected, like what you call Siamese twins, if they're connected by the head, if they're connected by the hip, and they look identical, they each have an independent mind. They don't think alike. They don't talk. They can look physically alike. But when you talk to those twins or triplets or quadruplets, each one of them have a different mind. God is using the individual in case you are confused. God says, I made you like me. I'm only one and you are only one. Though you may be connected to your twin. Yeah. Yeah. And again, I want to say this. Almighty God has sent the prophets when the natural truth becomes distorted, becomes corrupted, and when truth is taken out of order, and when someone changes your ability to relate to nature and the world by giving you a false mind and an unnatural nature, then nature that God made cannot speak to you. Nature. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to prove to you, and then I'll sit down and I'll be finished. Nature speaks to every single one of us, just like I'm speaking to you. Nature speaks to you. If you're lost and you don't know where you are, all you have to do is wait in the morning, and the sun will rise and tell you which direction is the east. And then you can find your way throughout the world. Nature speaking to you. See? Nature. When you get hungry, nature speaks to you. You don't go and eat on concrete. You don't go and eat on wood. You have a special discipline. that God, Allah, has given you. And that's what? That's nature speaking to you. But when you live in a culture like our culture, with all of the internet and all of this fine televisions and so on and so forth, bombarding you from all sides, if you're not careful, the influence from this culture will affect you subconsciously. It'll bypass your conscious mind and influence you in your subconscious mind and form you against the original nature that God made you. And I'm going to say something going to make some of you upset, but you got to know the truth. If you're confused about nature, to know who you are, all you have to do is look in the mirror. You'll look in the mirror, and the mirror will tell you who and what God has made. Yeah. So I want to say to those people who have certain problems in terms of crime that's going on in the society, you need a little wisdom like I need it. You know what that wisdom was? The wisdom was drugs and crime exist because the human being is not ruling in the flesh. Drugs and crime exist because there's no human ruling inside the body. Just like you have a car, the car needs a driver. If you turn that motor on and press on that gas without a driver in it, it'll run and destroy property, kill people, individuals. Likewise with the human being. The human being, he has to be inside the physical body. And I wish you look at me. I don't want you to look at me. You see this right here? You don't call this a human being. Look at me. It's not a human being. This is the body. The human being is inside the body. You have to differentiate between the mind and the body, the human and the body. Well, that's right. And you'll know for Muslims, I'll put it to you this way. Ar-Rahman, the merciful God, Allam al-Qur'an, he taught the Qur'an, Khalaqa al-Insan, created the human being. I'm saying this for Muslims. So Allah has given us the direction. You see, the creation of the human being is with knowledge. If there is no knowledge, there is no human. It's just a physical body in human image. It looks like a human, but it's not human. Allahu Akbar. This is great wisdom from Muhammad the Prophet and from Allah, who created the heavens and the earth. And I'm going to end here now. It says, Allahu khalaqa as-samawati wal arda bil haqq. That Allah created the skies and the earth in truth. And as we started off saying, there is no peace without justice, but Muslims finish it. And there's no justice without mercy. And this is what the drive is with Quran and Engage. You know, they're very serious. I've been knowing them, but I didn't know how serious they were. They're very serious. And I met with them Sunday, and I listened to them, and I watched him in another program. He's not only a national worker, he's an international worker. He and his staff, Ahmad, David, Sister Yemen, very, very serious youngsters. You know, I call you youngsters. I'm 71 years old, so I had a right to say that. Yeah. But this mercy that we're talking about, I want to say this, please give me 2 minutes. This mercy that I'm talking about, the first mercy of forgiveness for Amendment 4, I'm telling you, you'll find it in Islam. You find it in nature. Every woman, when she brings a child in the world, she brings the child in the world through her womb, which is mercy. The womb of your mother is mercy. Yes. So this has to be tied in with our religion. You see? And Allah says he created the skies and the earth in truth. But God says, I'm speaking to Muslims now, Allah says that his mercy is over his punishment. God's mercy is over his punishment. And if he were to punish every man for what they did, it would be no human being on the face of the earth. This is what God says. So from the mother's womb, there's mercy there, and that mercy extends. Listen to what I'm telling you. Extends from her womb And it goes